Hi, welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a January transfer move to Arsenal. First of all, thanks to the LA Gooners for the t-shirt. Met them guys again yesterday, Steve and the crew. Great to have you in the UK. And what a goal yesterday by Olivier Giroud, that scorpion kick. One of the best goals I've ever seen at Arsenal. The move, the finish by Giroud, it was absolutely sublime and a much needed 3 points. And Arsene Wenger was asked again about transfers yesterday, and he repeated what he's been saying kind of all along, that he's happy with his squad. He's got a big squad. However, if there's a player out there, he said, of a special quality, let me know and I'll go and see who it is. So I thought, you know what? I'll let you know, Arsene. I'll let you know. There are a couple of players out there of special quality that are possibly gettable, that for me, we could bring in, that could really add to the squad. First one, I think, is Isco. Isco of Real Madrid. He's 24 years of age, so he's a young player. I see him as a guy who could be a long-term replacement for Santi Cazorla. He's very skillful, brilliant on the ball. He's not very happy at Real Madrid. He's only played 90 minutes twice so far this season, so he's not that happy under Zinedine Zidane. And quite possibly, if Arsenal went out there and they put a bid in, you never know. I mean, there's been rumours linking him with Tottenham, and he is a quality player. I mean, I saw him in a game recently when Spain played against England, and as soon as he came off the bench, he ran the show. And I think he's a guy who could definitely fit into that Santi position. I don't know what you guys think, but that's one player. The only thing about that, though, is if you went out and you got Isco, what happens to Jack Wilshere then? We know he's on loan at Bournemouth at the moment. What would that mean for Jack Wilshere's chances of getting back into the Arsenal team and like really having that starting position week in, week out? I suppose that would be the end of Jack Wilshere. But Isco is available, so that's one possibility. The other one, what about Dimitri Payet? Right, Dimitri Payet of West Ham doesn't seem to be very happy. There's lots of rumours linking him with moves away. There's been rumours linking him with Arsenal. There's a rumour out today that Marseille want to bring him back. He was one of the best players in the Euros. He was absolutely unbelievable in those Euros. 29, so he's knocking on a bit, but he's a quality player who can play anywhere in that midfield. He can play on the left-hand side as well. And his set pieces, his free kicks are absolutely sublime. And if Ozil, say he did leave, which we're all hoping he doesn't, but say Ozil did go, you've got a person to replace him immediately. Or if Ozil doesn't go, for me, having another quality player like Payet, I mean, imagine Payet, Ozil and Sanchez all in the same team. That is an unbelievable team. So Dimitri Payet for me is another option out there. So there's two, Arsene. There's two for you if you want to go out there and have a look at them. Another player we've been linked to today is Steven Nzonzi. I spoke about it yesterday. Nzonzi, kind of a hard man midfielder, big, strong, physical player. Plays at the moment for Sevilla. He would be a quality signing for Arsenal. But again, where does he fit into that midfield? We've got, you know, Francis Coquelin there. We've got Mohamed El Neni there. Granit Xhaka. I mean, last season I would have said, you know what? Great signing. We would definitely fit into the Arsenal team. He's done really well at Sevilla. Used to be a good player when he was at Stoke. Knows the Premier League. But I look at it now and I think to myself, do we really need Steven Nzonzi at this moment in time? We've got so many players now in that position. I really don't think that Steven Nzonzi would be a priority right now. Another player that we've been linked with today. Now, I've never heard of this player before. This is a new one to me. It's come right out of the blue. He's a Nigerian player. Goes by the name of now, I need Kelechi here to help me out with the pronunciations, right? So if I get the pronunciation, my forgiveness, I hope I get from all Nigerian fans. But it goes by the name of Oghenkaro Etibo. He's 21 years of age. He plays for a team called Feirense in Portugal. and he's been called the new Pogba. I always love the rumours that come out in newspapers because everyone's the new this and the new that. Now, this guy has been compared to Paul Pogba in the fact that he's a very physical player, very rangy, quick, gets forward with the ball. He's only 21, and Arsenal apparently sent scouts out to Portugal to watch him play. His team had a recent game against Porto, and Arsenal sent scouts to watch him play. So hence the rumours coming back now that we've been linked with this, and the fact that, you know, new Pogba, that all sounds great. But Arsenal linked with this guy today. Again, not something that I could see happening for January. This has got so many midfielders at the moment that, you know, even if we did sign a player like this, where would he fit in? Or would it be one of those where we sign and send straight back out on loan, etc.? But I don't really know much about him, but that's another player that Arsenal have been linked with today. So there you have a couple of names, Mr. Wenger. What do you think? I mean, funny enough, I asked the fans yesterday to give me some suggestions of players that Arsenal should possibly be looking to sign in this January transfer window. I'm going to run for a couple of them here. Soccer Bro says, we need to get Royce. Sanchez, Royce, Ozil, what an attack. That would be great, but I just can't see Borussia Dortmund selling Royce at the moment. Eric Thomas says, Royce has been linked, the front three of Sanchez, Ozil and Royce. So again, he would like to see that. Again, as I said, Borussia Dortmund playing really well at the moment. They're in the Champions League, got a great chance to progress. There's no way they're going to sell Marcus Royce, although crazy money does talk, but I just can't see it. Superflayer says, Wenger needs a crisis to buy a player. Whereas teams like Chelsea, leading in the title race, are always looking how they can further improve. That's a decent point, that. One True Hope says, Koke from Atletico Madrid as a long-term replacement for Santi Cazorla. That's a good shout as well. Good top player, Koke. Dan George says, Payet, Isco and a right back. So he's right up with that. I don't think we get both of them if they're available, but listen, either of those two I think would be good. Isco, obviously the younger of the two. A right back as well, that's an interesting one because, you know, there's again rumours today linking Jenkinson today with Crystal Palace. Looks to me that Jenkinson's going to be on the move. Debuchy has been running up his mouth. He's going to be gone. That just leaves Bellerin. And then you've got Gabriel. A right back, you know, looking out there for a right back might be a good idea for Arsenal right now. And the other thing on Payet, what we need to remember, Payet, if you did buy a player like Payet, he would not be cup-tied in the Champions League. And the Champions League is a player where he really, you know, it's an era where he really flourished. So not a bad shout for me, Payet. Mazen says, love the new studio. Thanks very much for that, mate. Beats the previous studio, which I'm going to let you into a secret. The previous studio used to be my garage at home. So we've got the ArsenalFanTV man cave now, and I'll tell you what, it's so much better being here, so much warmer as well. Kabir, I'm going to do a couple more. Kabir says, replacement for Cazorla, I really wish we could have Bastian Schweinsteiger. That's a Schweinsteiger. Here's his reasoning. He said he's experienced and he's more than just a player. Arsenal currently need a leader, seriously. Basti is a legend and should have been given another chance. Hate the way he's been treated by Man United. He's, yeah, good points there, you're right, but Bastian Schweinsteiger, I think he was sold for a reason by Bayern Munich because they knew that he's on the way out. That's why, the only reason they would have sold a guy like that. So, nah, not for me. I hear your reasons, but not for me. Good to do this last one here. Jordan Hardy says, we need to sell the deadweights. Aaron Ramsey, Theo Walcott and Debuchy, and replace them with the likes of Isco, Griezmann and a right back. This would be a good investment and obviously unlikely to happen. Why is Walcott a deadweight? You know, I know, you know, if we'd have been talking about this last season, you could say he's been a this season. How is Theo Walcott a deadweight this season? He's got 10 goals or more this season before Christmas. I don't think there's a right back in the Premier League that scored more goals than Theo Walcott. If there is, somebody please tell me. I don't think there is. You know, sorry, a right winger. Maybe Mane. Yeah, maybe Mane at Liverpool, but I think he's played more games, but maybe Mane at Liverpool. But apart from that, who else? He's not a dead weight. I mean, Debuchy is a dead weight. Ramsey's not having a great season, and I think Ramsey really needs to deliver now from now till the end of the season, or possibly, you know, he could be in danger of being moved on. But to call Walcott a dead weight, not this season. He's been excellent for Arsenal this season. I'm sorry. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments below. Also, keep, you know, sending me in who you think Arsenal should get, because Arsene Wenger thinks he's got a very good squad. We've got guys like Welbeck and that returning as well. But do you, if you was in charge, who would you go and get in? And who would you get rid of as well? You know, because probably with the size of squad we've got, we'd have to make way, you know, by getting rid of somebody to bring someone else. So who would you, you know, you're in charge, what would you do? Leave it in the comments below. Thanks for watching Transfer Daily. We'll be back tomorrow around about the same time.